Oh, hi. Welcome to my studio. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Garrett here. I just figured I'd do a quick little studio tour for you guys as I've been working on a pretty difficult cover, and in the meantime I figured instead of just leaving you with nothing, I ought to, show you guys my gear. I'll leave links for everything in the description below so you can check it out if you have Amazon Prime. There's Prime links. Let's go in order of when I got my guitars. This right here is actually the first guitar I ever got. This is now an E standard guitar with just like some cheap strings and 9 to 42. It has a ton of upgrades. It's a Johnson. Fun story, when I was young, I went into this guitar store and I was like, I want to get a guitar, but I don't know if I have enough money. And the guy was like, well, how much you got, kid? And I was like, I have $160. And he's like, that's how much it costs. And then sure enough, a week later, I see it at a different store for $110. Awesome. Dusty's in Oceanside. Let's go over some of the stuff I've kind of like fixed up on it. I've changed this out, changed the trees, I've changed the tuners. They're shallers now. I think I need to change them again. Changed the nut to a bone nut. I got Seymour Duncan hot rails. Definitely needs to be cleaned. Changed the pick guard, the tone knobs, strap locks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of got it because, I thought green was cool. Oh yeah, and this little RDS sticker. That's like, used to be a skateboard company because I used to skateboard. Now my second guitar was a birthday present from my mom, and this is one of those guitars where I don't play it as much anymore, but I played the crap out of this thing, and it's one where if, the house was going to burn down or if there's an earthquake, I'd grab this one first. It means probably the most to me. So this is a 2005 Desert Burst guitar, AAA flame top, I think. Doesn't look AAA now that I think about it. I don't know. The tag was wrong. It said 2006, and if you look at the serial, it's 2005. Typical Guitar Center. This is always in D standard and drop C, and it has Ernie Ball power slinkies on it, so that's 11 to 48. It has a ton of wear on it. It definitely needs some TLC, but I love it, and I played it so much. Let's go to the third guitar I got. You guys might be more familiar with this one. I got this one because before I went to college at SDSU, I didn't want to bring my Gibson with me, and I'm like, I just need kind of like a little cheapy guitar. I got it for 250 bucks off eBay. It's actually pretty awesome. It's a ESP LTD EX351. It's the Explorer. Not too much additions. I actually kept the EMGHZ passives in there. I actually like them a lot, surprisingly. I don't really like EMG, but I think because it's such a cheap guitar, the pickups, do their job in a cheap guitar. They sound consistent, which is nice. You might be looking at this and being like, what the hell is that? Usually when you do heavy palm mutes and stuff like that, the strings, that actually makes a decent amount of noise in a recording, and it does it both with these and down here. So I get these little Hosa cable ties, and I actually just put it, fuzzy side down. I do use foam as well, as you'll see on some of the guitars, but this I find to be a little bit easier. And then voila, look at that, it's just done. It's like a way cheaper groove gear. So the third guitar, I actually got this one just because I needed another guitar for tunings. I don't like changing the tunings and having the neck kind of curved if I want to go from like E standard to like D standard or something like that. That kind of changes the tension a lot. So I didn't want to do that anymore, especially with my Gibson. This guy is actually in C sharp standard with, I used to use the Ernie Ball not even slinkies, but the 12s were kind of crazy. This string right here, it goes from like an 18 to like a 24, and it's just ridiculous. So I'm gone back down to 11s. I think I'm using like a clear tone set or something like that. But anyway, I put a full shred pickup in this. Sounds okay. It's kind of not so good on the low end, but it does its job. And yeah, this actually is normally just all silver, but decided to spray paint it black. So another fun thing I've done with this guitar and some of my other guitars, when I was out on the road with Cage, I took this one and my other Explorer out, and actually added I just took some nail polish and actually just made these dots a lot bigger because they were a little hard to see on stage in some of the bars that we were playing. It's not the cleanest job, but it's actually stayed there for many years, and it helps me a lot to play in the night. My first ever Chapman that I got, the Chapman ML2. This is probably still my main guitar. I use it for everything. I use it for shadowless mainly, lots of songwriting. It's in D standard. It has Diodario 11 to 49s on them. It goes between D standard and drop C. And I've actually had the main stock pickups in there forever, but I just recently, I've been wanting to try a bunch of different stuff, so I got some Sirs in here. This is the Doug Aldrich, and this is the Thornbucker, which I actually like a lot. I'm not so sure about this guy. I've added a few upgrades right here. I've got a push coil tap, which is kind of nice, so instead of pull. Absolutely love it. 24 frets for Les Paul. first ever 24 fret guitar I ever got. This was the first ML1 Pro. Chapman guitars again, 24 frets. It's got you know, the stock pickups that they come with, which I actually like. I think this one's kind of like a medium output. It's a little 59, which is normally a neck pickup, and this is actually a hot rail, which is normally a bridge pickup, and I thought that was weird at first, but I'm actually really liking it. Only upgrade I've done here is the push tap again, and then I actually added these dots. I got them from a place called inlaystickers.com, I believe. They're actually staying on pretty well, and it also helps for lessons. You know, I teach guitar, and nothing worse than having an inlay-less guitar and be like, you know, play this fret right here, and they're just like, my latest guitar is this one. This is the ML1 Norseman. Kind of a fun story behind this one. Rob wanted to kind of like chill out after NAMM and kind of just check out LA and San Diego, and since I lived here, I figured I'd show him around, and when we were just hanging out on the couch, you know, he had this guitar with him as well as Ghost Fret, and I was just playing this one. He's just like, do you like that guitar? And I'm like, hell yeah, I like this guitar. And he's like, it's yours. It's one of those cool things that Rob does. I've done a pickup change. Not sure if I like it as much as the stock pickups again. I seem to really like stock pickups. I don't know what's wrong with me. But this is a PATB1, it's a Seymour Duncan. Again, another upgrade I've done is the push tap. This Floyd Rose is actually, I've kind of changed this. It makes sure that the bar stays in place. Not one of those ones where you have to screw down and then it gets all loose and shit. It just stays wherever I put it, which is really nice. I also added those inlay stickers. I don't need to clean my fretboard, don't tell me what to do. Yeah, this is just some shitty acoustic I got. These are just some little clip-on tuners. This is a Diodario one. I think it's like 25 bucks. I actually got this for the Finland trip I went on. I knew I wasn't gonna be able to have a pedal tuner with me at all times, so I just got this, kept it on the guitar, just turn it on, tunes through the vibrations. This one I got also from Two Notes, which works a little bit better, but I don't know if they sell them individually. It just came with my Torpedo Reload. That's pretty much it for the guitars. Let's move over to the best part right here. We got a cat. He runs the studio pretty much. He runs this house, he runs my life. Some of the most important pieces of gear in my studio. Let's go right into it. Seriously, the most important part is of course the Lasco fan. 20 bucks at Walmart. Generates the most comments on all my videos. What you do if you want to make it famous on YouTube is you put this in front of you while you play guitar, put it on full blast. Let's get on to the amps right here. I got my Engel 2x12 Pro. I got it from Engel, obviously. Great guys, awesome company. Make great amps. This thing sounds amazing. I think it's got Celestion speakers in it. This is my Engel Steve Morse Signature 100 amp. And this is one of my favorite models. When I tried a lot of them back in the day when they were giving me loaners, this one ended up being my favorite. The treble's a little less brittle on this guy, and there's lots of clarity. The clean's actually really, really good. Low mid 2, high mid. It's a bunch of mid control right here. That's really great for when you're trying to dial in like a lead tone. The thing sounds amazing. I need to do a full review video of it because it sounds great. The Victory VX Kraken, and this thing is really, really incredible. It does so much. The clean sounds amazing. The gain, even though it looks so small, I usually have the gain just like right about here on channel 2, and that's usually enough. One cool thing on the back here, flip the switch here and it halves the value of the wattage of the amp. So if I have this in low gain mode and I have the switch activated over here one way or the other, it will basically give me like a 1 watt of sound, which is great, so I can play it really quietly. Again, really good. I need to do a full review video on this as well. A 1960 vintage 4x12 cab. I actually got this from my other guitar player Chris when we were in Klim Hazard together, and now we're in Mysidia. We actually used this on the 2009 demo. Another piece of gear that's pretty cool here is the Rocktron Velocity 300. It's just a power amp. You can see I have it in this 2-space rack. I got this when I was in Caged, and it also goes with this Rocktron Utopia G300, which actually sounds really cool. I haven't plugged it in a long time, and it has one setting on there that makes me just pretty much not want to give it away. moving on to the desk area. It's actually a cool standing desk. You can see if I hit one of my presets here. So whenever I'm not playing guitar or doing lessons, I'll stand and work. I just kind of realized one day I sit all day, I get out of bed, I walk 5 steps to sit here, and then that's like the majority of my standing. So it's just figured like, you know, I should, you know, stand more. Corsair K95 keyboard. Boom. Let's get those lights looking all nice. I've been using these Clayton Spike picks. My buddy Taylor mentioned these to me when we were in Finland, and I have not stopped using them ever since. What I got over here, some little things. I've got this little string cleaner. It's called the string cleaner. I actually use this all the time, even though my guitars look filthy. All you do is you take it, kind of put it on your strings. When you're done playing, clamp it. Quick up and down, and there you go. It's all clean. Another thing I have here that's actually really important is my Sonic Research Turbo Tuner ST200 pedal. It's a really, really accurate tuner. I think it does 0.02 of a cent. I think now they actually have the 300 model out, which has a better display for daylight, and it's even more accurate apparently. But yeah, it's a strobe tuner, it's not a needle tuner. One other thing that's really great about it is its true bypass. When I kind of keep it plugged in here, it's not wasting any battery. As long, like if it's turned off, it's not wasting any battery at all. This is my interface right here. It's probably first in line for an upgrade, to be honest. It's the Motu Ultralight MK3. It's actually on right now, believe it or not, but the display is broken. It's actually a good interface for the most part, but I think it's time to get something new. Moving on over here, I got my torpedo reload. This is probably one of the most important pieces of gear that I own. Basically what it does is it allows me to use my tube amps at a quiet volume at any point of the night, and I can just run impulse responses to it. So that's a quick little explanation of it. I'll do a full video again, hopefully really soon. Got 2 Dell monitors here, actually really nice. My Logitech C920, I believe. Use that for my Skype lessons. This is my DAW actually right here. I'm actually using Ableton Live. This is Easy Drummer 2. This is also something I use for my drums. It's actually amazing. I can do this thing where I can do tap define if I want to do like a beat that goes. I could just hit show results and then it'll find something close to it with the MIDI. So that's actually a really big time saver when it comes to songwriting. I got this little iRig pads thing. Sometimes the drum beat can be a little bit more intricate, and if I just use this as opposed to clicking, I can just do that, and then I'll just set that, and then maybe and then boom. Found the drum beat right there. So that's pretty cool. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. So let's go over to my monitors. I have the Yamaha HS8s right here. These are incredible. Apparently they have like a really nice flat response. Got some Orlex pads, Gator framework stands. All the cables, the mess that you see back behind here, all of it is HOSA cables. I don't need to clean this shit up. Again, don't tell me what to do. Here I got my computer that I just got this year. It's actually pretty beastly. Got some lights and shit, so that's really cool. I'll list all the descriptions of all the details of the computer in the description. I'm not gonna go over it because A, I don't know about it, and B, that sounds boring as great. This is the Roland, it's like the TD10 or some shit. We actually use this for band practices. We run it MIDI in through the Easy Drummer 2 software, and then I just use some VSTs and we can just practice with headphones, and it actually works really well, and neighbors aren't upset, so it's really good. Some of the shirt wall, as you can see here. I did a video on how to take your old band shirts that don't fit you when you eat too many burritos and turn it into posters. Pretty cool. Got the Shadowless poster for my birthday, or Christmas I think, from my girlfriend. Reminds me every day that I need to pick up the slack and finish this project. I'm a failure. Some cases here, boring shit. A ton of strings that I've gotten. Dunlop strings from when they gave me way too much strings. I've had this for so many years. Some Diodarios. Clear tones from when I knew a guy. Clear tone. This is really good right here. This is the Big Ben's nut sauce. Yeah. What you do is you put it, as you can see in the picture back here, you just put it behind in the nut strings slot. That sounds really kinky. It actually makes it so that the string will glide through a lot better and it'll keep your guitars in tune. Bunch of steel wool for cleaning off frets. Ton of Jazz 3 picks. Pretty much anything and everything that is Jazz 3 shaped, I have tried. Fidget spinner. This is pretty cool. This is every concert I've ever been to. Ugh. Let's take a look at some. What do we got here? Amaranth. Remember this one? This is when Charlie, I believe, Charlie Parr, my friend, was on tour with Cobra and the Lotus, and I saw them there. I actually wasn't into Amaranth at this time yet. Now I am. I'm a big fan. Iron Maiden. Which time was this? This was the outside version. Yeah, this is the one where they played all of A Matter of Life and Death. They played the whole thing, and then they played like 3 classics at the end. It was just like, what the boom. Roasted. I'm on a Marth. August 31st, 2011. So I think this is the last time I saw them. It wasn't good. Boom. Roasted. It was okay. Dream Theater. Gibson Amphitheater. Yeah, this was a good show. They played tons. Actually, this was actually one of the weaker shows. They played a ton of shit off that one record, Falling Into Infinity. Like, does anyone give a fuck about that? Boom. Roasted. Throw it away. Every other song. They could have played every other album. This is fun. Sonata Arctica, recently at the Brick by Brick. Guest listed by my friend Dave of Hellsot. Awesome dude. Got my guitar effects bin. This is an Ibanez Tube Screamer. Not an Ibanez, sorry, this is a BBE Tube Screamer. True bypass, great little screamer pedal. And then actually I recently switched back over to the Ibanez Tube Screamer. I've noticed it sounded a little bit better even though it's not true bypass. My old chromatic TU2 tuner, which again I don't really use because I got that other one. I got a Morley Bad Horsey 2 wah right here. I got this mainly because I like the idea of live. You don't have to push the toe down like you do on the Crybaby that I have. I just wanted to be able to like, boop, and then it's on already. But it doesn't sound as good as the Crybaby, so kind of don't really need it. Got a rug as well, right there. Just wanted to quickly show you guys. This is my rug. Back to the pedals. I got a Boss D3 here. It's just a delay. I just wanted one at one point, and I don't really use this one in my videos. I just use my DAW's built-in delay. I don't know if that's a sin or something. Someone let me know. This is my Crybaby. Bottom part broke, kind of a pain in my ass, but it still works. It works really great. It sounds really good. It's just the GCB95. This is my instructional DVDs. As you see, we got the old Jeffrey Loomis here. Pretty much just watch them and then don't learn them because I'm just like, wow, I can't play that. That shit's way too hard. I know, it's very sad. I know, I'm sorry. I'll try and get better. This thing. Now, this is a great DVD, probably. The thing is, I've never made it past like 10 minutes without falling asleep. Boom. Roasted. It's just kind of boring. But I'm sure everything he says in there is probably gold, but I've never made it through that DVD. Classic, right? Here we go. I have a lot of Paul Gilbert DVDs down here too. The only one I really actually learned from was the Intense Rock 1 and 2. I actually learned a lot of licks off that. The rest of these are just literally videos just to watch and have fun with. Michelangelo Badio. This dude actually taught me to sweep. I actually learned to sweep from his first Speed Kills 1 DVD, which is probably somewhere down here. I learned that, what is that? No Boundaries. Please don't copyright me. Over here I have some just like cleaning stuff, some tools. This stuff's actually pretty cool. It's just Mother's Chrome Polish. Actually works really good on your hardware. Gets all that gunk right off. I got a bunch of stuff from Gobi Labs. Cleaning stuff works really, really well. And also a Dunlop cleaner back there. And then I got some pickups that I'm trying out right here. Again, these are the Sirs that I just got. And this is a new one I just got. It's the TB5, which is the custom from Seymour Duncan I want to try out. I just got it the other day. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. See ya. Get out of here. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for checking out my studio room tour. I'll leave links for everything in the description below. If you have any questions on something I didn't leave in there, feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you. And yeah, get out.